Hi folks, welcome to video number 3 of this series of the extension build. This one we go from the wall plate upwards, so obviously we go wall plate, we put the roof on, then we need to build the gable end, then we need to actually roof the roof in with the tiles, felts and battens and what have you, and then from there the scaffold gets dropped, so we go to the lower portions of the roof, like the porch roof on the front and the lower single story roof. And then from there we go to windows, we move inside the property and start removing walls and what have you. And then I think that's it for this video, and then the next one will be plastering and finishing. Bits of kitchens, things like that, and anything that finishes it off. Hope you enjoy the video. If you can, like and subscribe and hit that little bell icon, that'll give you notifications of when we upload. Alright folks, so obviously you can see there, we've had to take away part of the roof, take the weight off. Let's put some acros in here to hold the trusses up. And then that portion there is going, because the window's going to be bigger, you have to have your pillar built up there. And then we need to get the catnip lintel on top. There we go. And it's just building that up now, we can get the lintel on. Little tip for you, use your recip saw for cutting your block. So we'll get our lintel on there. See, we took the gable ladder off there so we can run a new ridge in. It'll have to run into this last rafter which goes up there. Got a load of timber here now ready for put the roof on. That one thing I said in the last video was this was drawn with trusses in. So obviously we looked at getting the trusses, but there was a massive weight. So, and we haven't got the time wait, so we've gone back to the architect, back to the engineer, and he spec'd a 7x2 basically for that span up there, so we can do it in traditional style. Sometimes you have to change a few things around in order to be able to just get the job done. So you've still got to do it within the remit, you've still got to do it within the regs. There you go, gable's got to come down. Obviously, because all that wall's coming down there, and it can't float, so it's gonna have to come down. Corey's got a big long piece of wood knocking it down there.
Oh mate,
Right, so roof's going on now. We've got to find the ridge. Man's up there like an idiot. So basically, we've just put the timber up there and marked off with the level to find a plumb cut. Your bird's mouth is not supposed to be more than 1/3 of your timber. So we've just got to dissect where the ridge comes through there. Right, so on this back end, obviously got the old rafters and the new one's got a line through, so you've got a roof that lines through. Now you're not supposed to do a bird's mouth that's more than 1/3 of the depth of the timber. But when you've been spec'd to 7x2 and it's going to tie in with a 4x2 truss, you've kind of got no choice. So unfortunately that's what we're left with. So yeah, 3 new rafters now. They're just cutting these line through, so line that ridge through like we showed you earlier. And then it's just a case of filling this in with rafters now. And then we've got them two. I don't call them dummy rafters because they are permanent, but yeah, we've got them two set out now. Cut the rest in. There you go, so it's lined through now, we've got them two rafters in. Pepper's just cutting bird's mouth out. And then we'll fill that in then now, get it felted patterned. There you go, all filled in folks. Ceiling spars are going in, and then we're going to make like you would on a truss. We're going to do like a diagonals in there for strengthening and hold the ceiling up. And then you have these restraint straps which go like that, which hook over the blockwork which are built in. You'll have some up the rafters as well just to hold the gable, stop it falling. Bit just thinks he's off Top Gun. You can see that camera on his and obviously you can see the legs for the gable ladders which is fixed on, and then you have a timber in on up there which your barge board will be fixed to. There you go, gable ladders are on. Got some intermediate supports there, just holding the ceiling spars up so they don't sag. And now we'll basically thing line across the bottom, cut the feet off, get the fascia on, get it faulted in. Right, so I was away down in London for 3 days on a networkers meeting up with some investors for other projects. While I was there, the lads got the gable built up. They worked really hard, just cracked on, got it done, and sent me this photo in the end. Quite chuffed with it, to be honest. Lads did me proud. And there you can see also the lads obviously did the re-roof while I was away. It was you saw in the last video, it was rotten, the battens were rotten, so we just recommended it to the customer and she just said, well, the scaffolding was up, we might as well get it done. So yeah, the lads did a cracking job, got it all refelted and battened. It was ready for when I got back, and then we just cracked on and worked on getting the fascia and the barge boards fitted. There you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we're now getting the fascia on so we can get the rest of these tiles on, getting some cement board up the ridges. There you can see Tommy's just doing that bit now. This is basically, I think it's 120mm cement board. He's marking it off there at 50mm. 50mm. So when he's marked that, got your 50mm mark, goes up, cable, 50mm overhang, and that allows for your verge caps to go over. So when you're putting the fascia on, you need to form what's called your box end, which is that bit there. So there you can see you've got the fascia on, put a timber in, and we wedge it down with soldiers onto the top of the brickwork. It sits in the lip at the front, and then you get a hefty, some sizable piece of timber that comes across that's wedged down, putting a few wedges, soldiers there, and then that end green there will support the box end, so you'll have a piece of box end fascia coming to there, up, and then your barge board going up there. So you should look like what we've got on there next door. That's what it should look like when it's finished. There you can see the lads finished off the roof, got it tiled in, got it all pointed up, and I had to nip down to little old sunny Llandudno, where we have got an investment property. It's a rental. It needs a refurb and it needed skimming. I was struggling to get hold of plasterers, so I become a plasterer for a couple of days. So yeah, we nipped down and got all this plastering done, because we do invest in property and we also find properties for investors. Alright, so there you can see the scaffolding's come down, folks. It's about the size of it, with some windows now. Obviously got a new meter box there and the old one's inside, so we've got to pick. What? That's not it, is it? No, got to pick up the cable now and dig a trench round to there, put a new hockey stick in and get the cable, because guys from the electricity board are coming tomorrow and we need a bit of a wash down with some acid where the mortars hit the boards of the scaffold and gone onto the thingy, to the walls. There you go, big clean up now. Get this roof on this lower part, and then that wall there can start coming down, and all that can come down and we can start getting inside. Right, so scaffold's down, and on this lower portion now we're just cutting the roof in. 6x2 rafters, got a ridiculous ridge spec for some reason, which is 9x3 doubled up, 2 of them bolted together. housed in the gable end and housed in that wall. Ridiculous. I don't know where these engineers get the sizes sometimes from the calculations they do. Got bippers down there, just cutting the rafters now, passing them up, and then we're nailing them up. There you go, so all the legs are cut off on the rafters, ready for take fascia. Get the fascia on, get the barge boards on, and we can get that gable built up. Once the gable's built up, get it battened, get it battened and felted in, and then we can get all these windows in and start working on the inside. So obviously when you're putting the fascia on, you've got to mark your rafters off. You want it nice and straight if you look down that, so you use a string line to mark them off. Then you've got to build your box ends. So how we do it is like this. So obviously we put a substantial piece of timber in there which is wedged down, and then we cut an upright. What we'll do, instead of nailing this, we'll just put some screws in it to stop it bouncing around all over the place when we fix it. And then your box end material can go across there, up. The rest of your soffit on your gable will go up there and then come across and back in. And then you've got your two corners on each side, and that'll form your box end. And you'll end up with one, like what we've just done around here. God, there's some salt on these, coming out of these bricks. You have to have a right good jet wash. So you end up with a box end like that. Well, that's a return box end. You should end up with one like what we've got up there. But probably easy to show you on next doors. Like so. So obviously on this roof we've got the rafters which are spec'd, which are 6x2. We've got this ridiculous double ridge board which is stupid. It's got to be built into the gable and built into that wall there. And then we've got like a 4x2 ceiling spar and a 4x2 binder that comes into the gable again just to secure it all up. Obviously fascia's going on now, we're just building the box ends out. Put the gable large board on and we'll be done. There you go folks. Box ends built up, fascia and soffit on. Bippers is just putting the final finial on at the top. Have a look at it, he's done a good job. Job done. Now we'll just enjoy a McDonald's now, and then we'll crack on, get the roof on. So there you go, gable's now being built up. Gets cut in like that, run in with a string line. Cut in, up the gable ladder. There you go, so the gable's going up now. What you've got to not forget is you've got these restraint straps that are tied in to the gable, and they have another two further up. So what we've got as well around here, you can see, obviously there's a little lean-to roof there, but it's going to go across that bay window there, well, bow window. So similar to next doors really. So got to measure up for that now and get that one cut in. We need to build some gallows brackets. So we'll have one there, and one the other side. Alright folks, so Bippers is cutting some rafters. Good. Obviously we're now doing this front porch roof. We started framing it out, it'll be similar to next doors but it won't have that pediment on the front. Right, so here we've got a bit of a dilemma. So your bird's mouth really shouldn't be more than 1/3 of the depth of the timber, but the problem is I've got a double trimmer here for them to sit on. It's been doubled up for strength. And obviously there's no point in just sitting on that outside one, it needs to sit on both of them. So we've got a bit of a dilemma, which one do we go for? Do we keep it as 1/3 or do we sit on both of these trimmers? I know they're fixed together but there's still weight on one of them on the edge. So we've gone for a bit of a variation between the two, whereas it's half sat on that back one. It doesn't make the bird's mouth too much. So obviously if you fill in like that, fill all the way across, and then we can build out the soffit then underneath, under here. There you go, it's all framed out now. So that roof's ready. Just want some fascia on it now, some plywood sides, and it can be felted and battened and tiled. Just ties the job and makes it look more finished. And there you go, fascia's on. Get it felted and battened now. You reckon, Beppers?
Looks good, doesn't it? Looks immense.
Good, aren't we? There you go. Well, we've been round the back and the front, sorry, doing that porch roof. Ben's been building the gable and started felting this one. There you go, folks. Got some tiles. Getting them on the little porch roof and then on that back roof as well. Alright, so obviously we've got mortar snots all over the brickwork where it's landed on the scaffold and bounced onto it, so just have to have a quick clean up with some brick acid. And we'll get the jet wash on it when it's finished. Do it before the windows go in so you don't marker the windows with the acid. There you go, you can see the front porch is almost complete now. Got some soffit down there to go on it. Peppers is supposed to be grinding out for the lead.
I'm just getting a quick suntan now.
Got a cold again. Flipping always got a cold. Right. But obviously we've put that porch roof on now. Take the trestles down and we're cutting this 3-board soffit now, which goes underneath. There you go, so that goes underneath. We'll trim all the way underneath there and that'll finish the porch roof. Obviously gallows brackets bolted on, they'll need to be painted. Ben's just getting some guttering on this lower section here. Need to finish that lead work off. Hopefully we've got some windows soon. Get inside. It's coming on. There you go. Build all the bottom in with this 3-board soffit. Work your way along, obviously scribing it round the bay window. That bit left to do. And then that's the finished product. Do you reckon, Beppers?
Very nice, doesn't it? I'm going to have to put a piece of lead around here a bit, is that?
And there you go, job done. Lead's all pointed up. Underneath's all trimmed. Wants a bit of silicone around it when the windows go in. Job's good one. And you've guessed it, it's pissing down again. So this is the kind of thing us builders have to deal with. Hey lads, Peppers,
Hey.
always working in the rain, aren't we?
Yeah.
Trying to please customers all the time.
Not made of sugar, are we?
There you go. Just going to go up, just bar that up. We've just pointed it up with a pointing gun. Let it dry slightly, bar this up. There's your lead work finished. Need some windows now. These windy manufacturers pull the finger out. Right folks, so windows today. So I've obviously turned up, it's all up now. Roof's on, porch roof's all on, fascia's on, gutters on. So go and get the windows now. Just cleared the pickup off, put a stillage on it, get the glass and the frames, and then we can get it up to get it watertight, get the windows in, and then we can start on the inside, get all the walls removed, whatever else is going up, stud work, whatever you, door linings in, and then start insulating and plasterboarding, ready for skimming. So there, obviously we've got a window in the front, we've got one up the top there. And then window at the side and a back side door, whatever you want to call it. There's a window up there which has got frosted glass in. That is for the bathroom, obviously. And then round here, obviously we've got patio doors there with a window either side. And then we've got that new window that we formed up there. And then this window here is getting turned into a patio door, well, French doors. So have a look at those once they get collected and get fitted. There you go, glasses here, got to borrow a stillage. Pick it up. Windows are here. There's only one left in there, rest are in the house. Get them fitted, eh? There you go. Windows fitted, glass has got to go in obviously. Done the sill, so it's joddled down the outside, cap on the end. Inset for a bead. And then inside, so you've got the cavity closers all the way around. And then we'll seal it up. Same with doorways. Alright, so this one's obviously made up in sections. You got your two external windows. Got a joining strip here which has push-in strips, one each side. And then the French doors are there. There you go, it all fixes together like that. And then obviously we've got these joining strips that are fixed in there, fixed through with tack screws. And there's a plant-on strip that goes on there, and over there. And then get all the glass in. And the lads have got that one and up there. That one's in. There you go. Front windows are in. Windows and doors in. Top windows in. French doors are in, there's another set of French doors coming in.
Take them soldiers, it's right up there.
Just round here. Obviously had to put down there with a little saw and down there. Set up the doors again on there. As usual, Ben's working, Shirtbeck's doing nothing again.
Why, always a space, seen him here?
Right, so now all the windows and doors are in. Obviously that wall now has got to go because this is all going to be one room. It's got to go all the way down there, all the way to this point where that double is. It's going to come down there, that bit's staying in, and then all of that's going all the way up to create bigger rooms on the side. Obviously we've got it all watertight first, got the doors in, so we've got some security, and then we can start taking it down, that bit there. So, well, the lads can. Tommy's going to get it down now, aren't you, Tom? There you go, that one's in now. Bip is, God bless him, gone a bit mad with the foam. Peck it all off, get it all off after. It'll come off easy enough. Obviously, what you've got to remember with these ones is the quite heavy doors because they're quite big. So you've got to make sure you pack around all the glazing, so where the beads go in, probably should have showed you really, before the bead goes in, your packer goes in above your glazing and packs the door up so the door doesn't drop with the weight of the glass. This is a classic example of why these doors always need adjusting or they drop all the time because they've not been packed up correctly. Right folks, that concludes the third video. So obviously that gets us up, gets the roof on, gets the windows in. Now on the next video, if you come and join us for that one, you can see us get on the internals of the house, start knocking walls down that are not staying, putting new walls up, first and second fix, electrics, plumbing, what have you, and then plastering, and then the second fix joinery, doors, skirting board, architraves. We are not actually doing the kitchen on this one, but we may be able to get some videos of how it's installed by the fitters that the client is employing. Catch us on the next video, and like and subscribe please. Yeah, give us a thumbs up and hit the bell. Catch you again folks. Cheers for watching.